I'm married. I got married quite late in life. I'm 54 now. My wife is 10 years younger than me. And we have a 15-year-old daughter whose name is Hannah. I'm biased. I think she's the best girl in the world. But I guess everybody says that, and rightly so. And she's a little IVF baby. So my wife, before I met her, had some health problems and we couldn't have a child naturally. So I went into the IVF program, was in the program for a number of times without any success. And then Selena, my wife, fell pregnant. We were told at one stage that the levels inside her probably weren't going to be good enough to sustain Hannah, which was pretty devastating to hear, but she came out perfectly, and she's been the best thing that's ever happened to me. It's a really difficult process, the IVF, and it's a wonderful thing because it actually gives you an avenue to be able to achieve something that you may not be able to. But basically, medicine takes over the female body. I guess I was a little bit fortunate because my wife is a registered nurse, so she was sort of more au fait with things as to how it worked than I was. But physically, they basically take over her body. She was much better at giving herself injections than I was. I practiced on an orange, but I still wasn't very good at it. And it's so that the female is going through it both physically and mentally, which makes it very, very tough. And obviously, each time that it fails, it's a real blow because your expectations are so high. And eventually, we were rewarded, and we'd been back in the program again after Hannah with no joy. So I guess in the end, she's pretty much our little miracle. I was probably fortunate that, and I'm glad it worked out that way, because I wouldn't have been a good dad and I wouldn't have been a good husband if I hadn't have waited. So I didn't get married until I was late 30s. And I think the fact that I'd matured and just got a lot of that shit out of me that I needed to, and I wasn't as selfish and all of those kind of things as an individual, it certainly helped in the process of IVF, but it just helped in so many ways. For me, as I say, I wouldn't have handled things particularly well, and the responsibilities of being a father and a husband if I hadn't have waited so long. And I guess the other saving grace for me is I've been blessed to have the best job in the world, and what that has afforded me, or what the best part of the job was that I haven't missed a minute of Hannah's first 15 years, and I won't miss a minute of her next 5 or 6 or 7 years, because all of a sudden Dad's not the, I suppose well, I'm not, maybe not as important because she's branching off and looking at university and maybe moving out of home and that, so I'm not the priority I used to be. But to be around for everything has just been the best. I haven't missed a concert, I haven't missed a birthday, a celebration, any landmark event I've been a part of. So all the fact that I've had time on my hands, and really in the end, I'm not giving advice to anybody when it comes to parenting, but if there's one thing that I've found, the greatest gift that I think you can give your child is time, is being there. And I'm so fortunate that I'm not one of those people through necessity who leaves home at 6 a.m. and gets back home at 6 p.m. and you don't get to spend that time. So I've been blessed in many, many ways, and it's certainly helped being a dad to have been around so much.
Yeah.